What the police say is that, well, there is actually now this year, particularly this year, there is no celebration at there's no countdown at Dataran. Okay, suddenly it has actually been batalkan. So the gabungan will be there, but from the police side, it actually advises on the PAA bill, the PAA Act, the Peaceful Assembly Act, and that they will actually monitor the situation, and we just have to take precaution as the organizers.
So does it mean that police approve it?
Well, they didn't say they approve it, but they actually gave us a briefing on what the PAA Act is all about, the notice, and also whether you call it a perhimpunan or not.
I think it's a routine duty of any police officer after hearing or after seeing the reports in the paper that there's such assembly. Obviously, of course, it is their duty to tell the organizer that it has to be done in a safe manner. Throughout the conversation, I can see that the OCPD stressed a lot on the safety of the participants and also the discipline of the participants. We assured the police officers that for whatever celebration that we have been or have actually in past organized in orderly manner. It is actually for the good and for the, I would say, friendship and for the unity of the people. Now, for the Merdeka Day, it is a very important day for the country, and we should allow all the people from different sectors a freedom to celebrate our own Merdeka in their own way. So we celebrate, for example, in Jalan Sultan. In Jalan Sultan, I told the police department that it is a place which is 1.5 century old, and actually it remarks the success of the building of this country. It is actually the oldest part of Kuala Lumpur, and we need the young generation to come here to admire, to feel, and to learn how actually the capital and the nation was built. It is actually part of the inspiration and admiring the success that the ancestors have achieved. So actually it ought to be a very harmonious, peaceful, and also a joyful one. We will sing, we will dance, and we will gather there to have our makan, to have all ways of showing our happiness that we have already achieved 55 years of kemerdekaan.
You see, I think that the two events are separate, but there are different ways of celebrating Merdeka. One is actually at Jalan Sultan, Jalan Petaling, and the other one is actually at Dataran, where we will just do a countdown. We will be there wearing yellow for 2 hours. 12 o'clock after the countdown, we will actually disperse. So this is the briefing that I gave with regards to the Dataran gathering. And the police actually has got that briefing already. Only thing is that what we have actually instructed, and even in the previous press conference, we have said that this gathering there will be no speeches. Only Pak Samad will be actually giving the puisi. There will be no banners or placards or leaflets or any of these display materials that are going to be presented on that day itself, on the 30th of August. So it is actually a peaceful gathering of just celebrating Merdeka, because this is 55 years and we feel that this is another way of celebrating Merdeka Day, and we just want to be there, wear our yellow t-shirts, have Pak Samad say one puisi, and then we will disperse when after 12 o'clock. So this is what we have told the police.
Were there any restriction on the dress code?
The police, of course, inform us about the Peaceful Assembly Act, and they say that they will memantau.
Yeah. Any restriction on the dress code?
No.
No decision. What do you mean?
No mention. Dress code, no.
You mean the police?
No restriction.
Yeah. Did they say anything?
No, they didn't say anything about the dress code.
Yeah.
You can't stop anyone wearing yellow.
This briefing earlier was held together.
Yes, it was together.
It was
held.
Yes.
what briefing?
Yes.
Briefing with our CBD.
The dialogue.
The dialogue is
Yeah,
together.
Yeah.
Because they thought that the two events are together, but it's separate and there's two different ways of celebrating
Yeah.
Merdeka.
And the aim is actually quite different.
So from the briefing,
They didn't say anything about wearing yellow, but we informed them that they're going to wear yellow.
Yeah.
They are not planning to have a countdown themselves. The main.
Apparently, only this year they say there's no countdown.
What do they plan to do?
The government apparently wanted to
Have it at
hold
Bukit
a
Jalil.
very big gathering, something like drawing a crowd of over 160,000 in
161,000.
In
Bukit Jalil.
Bukit Jalil Stadium.
On
Yeah.
the
So
31st.
on the eve of Merdeka, they are not hosting any events in the Dataran Merdeka, and the police, of course, has reminded us that Dataran Merdeka is in the control of DPKL. We respect that also.
yes, sir. So do you need to get the permission or approval from ADPKL? Is that necessary?
Well, the police didn't say anything. We will just see what happens lah. Because seriously, we feel that as an organizer, we feel that we don't really need to get the permission because it was really in our mind part and parcel of the annual countdown. Okay, so we are still abiding by that. That it's an annual countdown, and we want to be there to wear the yellow T-shirts.
As for the Jalan Sultan, we have briefed the police that we had actually, in many occasions, held a lot of events and programs in Jalan Sultan as well as Jalan Petaling. And in the record, everybody know the events have been very successful, and it has been a night that is filled with joy, and everybody admire the glory history of Jalan Sultan. So it will be the same for this particular year. And we assured the police that yes, keselamatan is of course the most important factor of a successful event. So keselamatan ada diutamakan lah.